Well, the conference today, it basically sums up the year of commemorating the 20th anniversary of Astana as a capital of Kazakhstan, and the subjects chosen for this particular conference, highlighting Astana's role as a hub of international diplomacy, as a center for regional integration and cooperation, are very pertinent to what basically has been going on in this city for the past 2 decades. Because Astana has truly become a part of the global solutions by hosting important events such as the OEC summit in 2010, numerous summits and meetings of various other organizations, but especially in the past 2 years, the Astana process talks on Syria, another set of high-level meetings that takes place in Astana, and these are the congresses of leaders of world and traditional religions. They originated in Kazakhstan, they take place in Astana every 3 years. The 6th triennial Congress took place in October this year, bringing delegations from more than 50 countries, religious delegations, I mean, from both Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Shintoism, Taoism, etc. So it is indeed a city of peace, and it's not surprising that in 1999 UNESCO dedicated Astana as such, as UNESCO City of Peace.
Kazakhstan, along with Uzbekistan, is the most important country in Central Asia in terms of its economy, size, international engagement and outlook, I would say. If you're looking to understand regional developments in Central Asia, what happens in Astana and these recent initiatives coming out of Kazakhstan are really important.
Kazakhstan, as you know, has played a very important role in conciliatory role, not only with Ukraine, but as well as Syria. I mean, modernizing the relations between Turkey and Russia. Kazakhstan is very involved in what is going on with Iran. All these matters are of huge and enormous importance for Spain. So I thought it was a good idea as chairman of the Committee on National Security to be here.
Nazarbayev talked about Eurasianism in the 90s, long before Putin picked up the idea and sort of used it to promote these Russia-led organizations. So this has been this idea ideologically and politically has been has a very strong foundation and a bit of a history in Kazakhstan. So I think Kazakhstan is really one of the key drivers in this regard. Well, a modern country of their own. And I think they are looking at several directions. I mean, they're looking to the west, they're looking to China, they're probably looking to countries in the Middle East like Qatar and so on as well, looking for a model that could work in Kazakhstan. This modern economy where you have political system that is stable and controllable. I think Kazakhstan is it's one of these countries where you have economic resources to provide for a modern economy, and all of these projects that you see in Astana, like the project of building Astana as a modern city, or the Dubai of the steppe, as it's called. At the same time, it's a Central Asian country. I mean, the idea here is more about being a bridge between East and West, and positioning yourself on that middle of the Asian continent.
It has been decided to launch a kind of working group, friendship, between members of parliament, of the Spanish parliament and the Kazakh parliament. I think this initiative is a good initiative. We have many issues, not only economic issues, import-export. We have a huge imbalance, as you know, because we import mainly oil and we export something like aircraft and mechanics and so on. And we have to do something to correct this imbalance. And tourism is a key sector for us. So I had a meeting with our ambassador, Spain's ambassador, and we decided to try to do something about facilitating visas. It would be a good move to improve the tourism, Kazakh tourism in Spain.
Well, Astana has not only become a political center, but it has also grown as a scientific hub, an economic hub, and a cultural hub. It's also a center for medical tourism even now. Then Astana hosted Expo 2017 last year, which brought together more than 120 countries here to seek solutions to the global challenges relating to the global warming and the use of renewable energy sources. We are using these unique facilities that were built for Expo as the host for 3 institutions which strengthen Astana's claim to be a financial hub or climate change fighting center, so to speak, because we have established the Astana International Financial Center here, which now is complete with its own Astana Stock Exchange. It's based on the English common law as the law which regulates its activity. English is the working language, and it's the only such hub in this part of the world. The closest other ones are in Dubai or in Shanghai, in Hong Kong. So it's going to be a very, very much needed hub for the implementation of large-scale infrastructure development programs in the heart of Eurasia. But the other 2 facilities which have been established on the basis of Expo are the Astana Hub of International IT Startups and the Green Technology Center. Okay. So that's 2 more institutions which will again strengthen Astana's contribution to resolving global challenges.
The purpose of the AIFC is to launch a centre which will be a regional centre for capital markets, general securities, Islamic finance, types of banking, insurance and so forth, to build on international best practice. They took a policy decision to use English common law as the base, and the Legal Advisory Council and consultants worked together to identify appropriate jurisdictions which could potentially use as a model and could provide the inspiration for the detailed rules and regulations. And the idea is to provide a system which is economically effective and which at the same time provides people with an accessible and flexible structure which can develop as things are needed. I think it's a very dramatic step to choose something like English common law as the basis for it. There's obviously an existing financial system here, in fact a regulatory system in Kazakhstan, but this is, I think, over and above that, and I think it is very much a modernization. They've got amazing technology for all the systems, they've got up-to-date arbitration and court facilities, and they've got a rule book which hopefully is fit for purpose in the modern world.
For renewable energy, the target milestones were 3% by 2020, 10% by 30 and 50% by 2050, meaning that amount of electricity should come from new clean energy all around the Kazakhstan. So to secure energy balance, energy security of Kazakhstan in the long run, of course new sources have to come in place. We know that all leading countries like China in renewable energy, Brazil, America, Europe, Germany, Spain, they all develop their own local industry. And that's our main goal. Otherwise, and I would not want for this to happen in Kazakhstan with renewable energy. We will have nice power stations, solar, wind, hydro, biomass, geothermal energy, but they all will be with equipment which we imported and bought for the hard currency. It doesn't make sense to us.
It's not only Silicon Valley the ruling the game. Yeah, today it's a lot of players, a lot of industries, and yeah, the Kazakhstan is have an agenda to build a new addition to this global family of hubs to serve the world out of Astana. We are open to projects from all around the world. We focus in IT, but digital and IT today is everything digital and IT. So that's why we believe that Kazakhstan is a perfect place for those companies who are building their names, who is looking for markets to set up and pilot their projects. The major players in Kazakhstan, major companies connected to Astana Hub, providing their challenges and the problems, and then we matching them with the solutions from startups. So Kazakhstan, it's a unique playground for and a testing ground for a lot of industries. Just imagine where you can find another country where you can test a drone in the most extreme weather from -30 to +40. It's Kazakhstan, so come and test your ambitions, technologies in Kazakhstan.
Поддержка государства, система здравоохранения в нашей стране развивается во всех направлениях. Особенно дала возможность развитию высокой технологий, которых ранее не было в Казахстане. Национальный центр нейрохирургии был создан в 2008 году в рамках создания госпиталя будущего. Национальный центр нейрохирургии является единственным центром нейрохирургии в Казахстане, который оказывает высокотехнологичную, высокоспециализированную нейрохирургическую помощь для населения Казахстана. За эти годы, в течение 10 лет, мы внедрили более 70 новых технологий, практику, провели более 20 тысяч операций с высокой технологией. Впервые в Казахстане мы принципиально открыли новые направления нейрохирургии. Это микронейрохирургия, это эндоваскулярная, сосудистая нейрохирургия, это функциональная нейрохирургия, это реконструктивная нейрохирургия. Все высокотехнологичные операции и дорогостоящие операции проводятся за счет государства бесплатно для пациентов Казахстана. Вместе с тем мы развиваем медицинский туризм. У нас есть отдел, где мы проводим лечение зарубежных наших пациентов. К нам регулярно приезжают из соседних стран. У нас есть меморандумы с соседними странами. В основном это представители СНГ, Таджикистан, Узбекистан, Киргизия, Россия.
Now you have a young generation of young adults, many of whom study in the West and have access to Western media and so on. There's definitely an inspiration coming from there.
Silos Cordo is a Spain manufacturer for producing grain storage solution. Kazakhstan is the greatest producer of grain. That's why Silos Cordoba is here. Kazakhstan is open for European technologies, one of them Spanish technology in the agriculture sector. Thanks to this, we are modernizing our agriculture sector step by step. Once our clients do the project, they see the quality, they have big capacity, and they repeat and they expand their installation and raise their opportunities to export their products, for example, to China and Asia Central.
We have to be more proactive as for our exports, as for our productions on the markets of Eurasian countries. We understand what kind of challenges we have. We have to use opportunity of as transit country. For example, one belt, one road, which is announced by Chinese government. The Kazakhstan is located on the way of this Silk Way.
The Museum of National History is a huge building, 20,000 square meters, filled with artifacts devoted to ancient history, but also to modern history of Kazakhstan.
В начале этого года вышла статья о духовной модернизации общества Нурсултана Абишевича Назарбаева. И как раз вот одним из направлений вот этой модернизации явился переход Казахстана на латиницу. Как вы знаете, очень много готовилось, обсуждалось в обществе такая возможность. Это больше 10 лет. Все больше экспертов, наоборот, одобряют теперь уже и соглашаются с логичностью перехода Казахстана на латиницу. Переход на латиницу – это сигнал молодежи, современной молодежи Казахстана. Это чтобы они более уверенно шли в мир. Мир глобальный становится. Латиница – это шрифт, мировой шрифт. И он, конечно, откроет больше молодежи возможностей проявить себя. И литераторы, и поэты, писатели, журналисты, многие филологи присылали свои предложения по написанию, по произношению, то есть это в обществе шла широкая дискуссия, прежде чем перейти, оформить уже официально. Это прошло апробацию во всех слоях, во всех срезах казахстанского общества, поэтому можно сказать, что это действительно, как и Бочарников правильно сказал, это выбор народа.
Прежде всего, конечно, решение об изменении алфавита – это историческое решение. Надо отметить, что у нас уже в 20-х годах был латинский алфавит на протяжении 10 лет. И с 1939 по настоящее время мы пользовались кириллическим алфавитом. Конечно, кириллический алфавит не передавал всех тонкостей казахского языка. Дело в том, что в кириллическом алфавите 42 буквы, и практически из них 8 букв были неиспользуемыми. Конечно же, латинский алфавит, он более точно передавал звуки тюркских языков. Это пример Турции, которая одна из первых перешла на латинский алфавит. Безусловно, да, изменение алфавита – это часть модернизации и общественного сознания, и часть модернизации, конечно же, казахского народа. И, конечно же, это лучше обеспечит условия для изучения английского языка, потому что и в программе казахстанского трехязычия изучение казахского, знание английского и русского языков, оно сохраняется, это наши ориентиры, и, безусловно, это больше сделает ближе казахский народ, наверное, к глобальным, реальным, современным, глобализированным трендам и тенденциям.
It is really, truly a cultural center now for the country, in addition to our former capital, Almaty. But Astana now has really taken off. In these 20 years, this is like day and night to what has been here before. Astana now has top-notch theater for opera and ballet, which is hosting premieres of global operas or ballets. So it's a very unique building in and of itself.
Сегодня очень хорошая возможность для реализации своего творческого потенциала непосредственно на территории Казахстана и за ее пределами. То есть все выходцы из нашей республики имеют очень хорошие шансы проявить свой талант уже на международном уровне, на международной площадке. Вот, допустим, учась еще в хореографическом училище, я начал ездить на международные конкурсы, где стал победителем. И очень приятно, когда тебя поддерживает государство, когда есть определенный грант. Благодаря такой активной и бурной творческой деятельности я практически объездил весь мир, успел поработать как в Китае, в Японии, в Корее, в европейских странах, учился в Москве. И после этого я как приехал в Казахстан, уже прошло буквально 5 лет с открытием театра Astana опера. Я принял там тоже очень активное участие, но в данный момент я ушел из всех театров и занимаюсь своей, так сказать, независимой деятельностью творческой. Я открыл центр танцев и хочу учить детей и делать интересные проекты, интересные выступления, интересные для зрителей, больше где-то, наверное, в современном искусстве, классическом, и занимаюсь различными проектами для того, чтобы больше реализовать тот потенциал, который есть внутри меня и внутри моих коллег. Хотелось бы, чтобы это творчество реализовалось в наше время.
I was studying here in the Kazakh National University of Arts by piano class for over 16 years. After that, I went to study to Milan. I was studying communications. But already studying there, I felt like I want to go back home after my studies, because I felt like in Kazakhstan there are more opportunities, especially in my career in music, which is just starting to grow here, pop music and everything, the culture. So I really felt the necessity to come back and start pursuing my career here. I feel just like there is more freedom to create maybe new things that people have not seen before. Well, to be honest, I want to be the first Kazakhstani woman to achieve something also abroad, and to, maybe it will sound too patriotic, but it's the way it is, to show the world that Kazakhstan has interesting things to propose to the world. Also, like in my case, from the art, the sphere of art and culture. Of course, there is a lot to grow in order to achieve this, but this is like a big goal of mine, like the goal for life.